We're no longer speculating about the future of AI. We're living in it. Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, isn't talking about ideas that might happen someday. He's building infrastructure, tools, and chips that are already reshaping how AI works across industries. When he says NVIDIA is only $150 billion into what could be a $1 trillion AI journey, he's not exaggerating. That number doesn't just represent capital spent. It reflects the scale, the speed, and the magnitude of the transformation we're watching unfold right now. A year ago, AI was impressive. Today, it's a different animal. In just 12 months, AI has learned how to reason. That's not marketing fluff. It's a shift in how machines interact with the world. They're no longer just guessing the next word in a sentence. They're analyzing, reflecting, and solving real problems. Every industry, finance, healthcare, automotive, entertainment, is adapting to this, embedding AI deeply into their products and operations. NVIDIA is leading that charge. Their chips are not only the fastest, but also the most intelligent. They're built for this new level of AI. Models that break down tasks, solve equations, validate answers, and even argue with you. We're seeing AI systems with opinions, systems that can debate, question, and adapt. It's no longer a one-way street of commands and outputs. AI has become interactive, reflective, and increasingly autonomous. Take NVIDIA's new Blackwell chip, for example. It's designed to connect millions of GPUs using silicon photonics, effectively creating a digital brain. That's not just for show, it's for real-time reasoning at scale. These chips are what power the latest reasoning models, including DeepSeek's are one. This model doesn't just answer questions. It thinks, it verifies, it simulates multiple outcomes, and then selects the most logical one. That process requires up to 100 times more computing power than traditional models. And NVIDIA is the only company currently scaling up to meet that demand. Companies know this. That's why giants like Disney, GM, and BlackRock are turning to NVIDIA. BlackRock alone is planning a $50 billion data center project. That's not an experiment. That's full commitment to a future built on NVIDIA's hardware. NVIDIA's impact is so wide-reaching that it's not just tech companies embracing this. It's financial institutions, governments, media, manufacturing, and more. Even quantum computing is part of NVIDIA's vision. At the upcoming GTC, NVIDIA will host its first Quantum Day, revealing its efforts to build hybrid classical quantum systems using CUDA-Q architecture. Huang made it clear, quantum won't replace classical computing. It will work with it. And NVIDIA is already laying the groundwork for that hybrid future. But Huang doesn't stop at high-performance chips. He's also focused on making AI infrastructure a national priority. He argues that the U.S. needs a strategic AI reserve, just like it has energy or economic reserves. He's calling on the government to invest, not just regulate. His message is simple. Let's ensure every American scientist, student, and entrepreneur has access to AI tools built on U.S. architecture, powered by U.S. standards. His reasoning is both patriotic and practical. As he says, if intelligence is the new oil, then we should be drilling on our own land. And we shouldn't waste time trying to hold other countries back. Everyone is developing AI. The key is to make sure they're doing it using American technology and that America continues leading the race, not through restrictions, but through acceleration. The conversation also addressed the public reaction during the DeepSeek R1 release. NVIDIA's stock took a hit, but Huang later clarified that the market had it all wrong. R1 didn't threaten NVIDIA's business, it boosted it. Because R1 is a reasoning model, it consumes vastly more compute than older models. That's good news for NVIDIA. More compute means more demand, and more demand means more growth. Huang also spoke about humanoid robotics and why they're no longer science fiction. According to him, the world needs robots, not just for convenience, but out of necessity. Our population is aging, birth rates are declining, and fewer people are entering the workforce. Humanoid robots, powered by general AI, are going to fill the labor gap. But for that to happen, robots need to understand language, physical space, and human intent. This is where NVIDIA's full-stack approach becomes critical. The training begins with foundation knowledge, basic math, vocabulary, logic. Then comes skill acquisition, where the AI is trained through human demonstrations. For example, if a robot has to pick up a glass, it has to recognize variations in shape, position, and size. Using Isaac Sim and tools like Omniverse, NVIDIA can simulate millions of training environments. The robot learns not from trial and error in the physical world, which would be costly and dangerous, but in a virtual sandbox that feels real to the machine. Once trained, the AI model is transferred from the simulated world into a physical robot. Because the virtual training environment obeys the laws of physics, the transition is smooth. This allows robots to begin work in the real world far more efficiently than before. NVIDIA is essentially compressing years of robotic trial and error into days or weeks of simulation. And what about the robot's intelligence? That comes from a huge supercomputer running in the background. The robot's brain might be the chip it carries, but its true intelligence is constantly fed by a massive compute infrastructure in the cloud. This is the digital nervous system that NVIDIA is building globally, one that connects data centers, robots, AI agents, and human workers into a seamless network. The future Huang describes isn't abstract. It's being built now. He's not waiting to react. He's building ahead of the curve, 5 steps ahead, as always. From creating smarter AI models to launching photonic-connected supercomputers and training general-purpose robots in virtual environments, NVIDIA is executing on every front. And all this isn't just helping NVIDIA. It's pushing the entire AI ecosystem forward. Every new chip they develop, every breakthrough in simulation or quantum hybrid architecture sets the pace for what's possible. It gives startups, universities, and Fortune 500 companies the hardware and software foundation to innovate faster than ever. Even as political debates rage on about export controls and tariffs, Huang stays focused. He knows every second spent on red tape is a second lost in the AI arms race. His strategy? Build the best technology. Deliver it faster than anyone else. And make sure that America leads by example. Not by restriction, but by innovation. It's clear we've moved past the era of speculative AI. The systems now being built can understand, reason, plan, and even argue. They can diagnose medical conditions, design materials, manage factories, and even learn to fold laundry with robotic arms. And every time one of those systems makes a decision, the power behind it traces back to NVIDIA. So what's the takeaway? Simple. The AI race isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. And the infrastructure behind it, whether it's data centers, chips, or robot training simulations, is being built by NVIDIA. If you're watching this and wondering where the next great opportunity lies, follow the compute. Follow the demand. Follow the intelligence. And you'll find NVIDIA at the center of it all. For more honest, data-driven analysis like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future drop. Thanks for watching.